Welcome back once again, all of my low carb friends, and for those of you who are here for the first time, a big welcome to you all. It's fall time. That means pumpkin spice and everything that's nice. It just isn't fall unless we have some pumpkin spice recipes. So today we have quick, easy pumpkin spice muffins and a quick, easy pumpkin spice latte. These are so easy and so good. If you want printable versions of these, you can check out my website at janetsdeliciouslowcarbkitchen.com. You can find printable versions of these and other goodies there for you. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see lots of easy, delicious keto recipes, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I put out a new video. And if you'd like to help support the channel, make sure you scroll down in the description of the video. You'll see some Amazon affiliate links. Anytime you purchase anything using my Amazon affiliate link, a small portion will go to me, which will help to support the channel. Even if you don't want the item that it routes you to, you can just type in whatever you want in the Amazon search bar. As long as you're using my affiliate link, a small portion will go to me, which will help to support the channel. And while you do all that, let's get cooking. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Line an 8 to 10 cup muffin tin with paper liners, or you can lightly spray your muffin cups. It's best if you have liners because these do stick easily, but if you don't, it's all right. You could just spray your muffin cups. I made about 10 of them. It all depends on how big or little you make your muffins as to how many muffin cups you're going to actually need, but mine made 10. In a large mixer bowl, combine a half cup of coconut flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, a third cup of monk fruit sweetener or granulated sweetener of your choice, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of allspice, 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and a 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger. Whisk these all together until they're fully combined and there are no lumps in the coconut flour. You can also sift these in if you'd rather sift them in. Either way, whether you sift it or whisk it, make sure there are no lumps in your coconut flour and that everything is fully combined. You also, if you want to, can change or adjust the spices according to your taste. If you want more cinnamon rather than some of the other spices, you can increase your cinnamon and omit some of the other spices. It's up to you what you want your muffins to taste like. I like a mixture of spices. Once your dry ingredients are whisked, add 4 large room temperature eggs. Make sure they are room temperature. That way you have a smooth batter. Then beat on low for about 10 seconds or just until the dry ingredients are moist. Then increase your speed to medium and beat on medium for about 30 seconds or until everything is fully combined. Scrape down the sides of the bowl if you need to. And a 1/2 cup of room temperature softened butter. Make sure it is slightly softened, not melted, but slightly softened. That way it mixes in a whole lot better that way. Then add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Then beat on medium for another 20 to 30 seconds or just until the butter and vanilla are fully combined and you have a smooth batter. Again, scrape down the sides of the bowl. Then add a 1/2 cup of pumpkin puree and beat on medium once again for another 20 to 30 seconds or until the pumpkin is fully distributed in the batter and it's nice and smooth. Now, if you don't make your own pumpkin puree, make sure you read the ingredients and that there is nothing else added. It should be just pumpkin and that is it. You don't want a pumpkin pie mix or anything like that. You don't want any added sugar or any added spices. You just want pure pumpkin puree. Once the pumpkin's all mixed in, scrape down the sides of the bowl once again and push all of your ingredients to the center of the bowl. Then divide the batter evenly amongst all of your muffin cups. If you're doing 10 muffin cups like I did, it's about 4 tablespoons per muffin cup. Once the muffin cups are filled, Use a knife and spread the batter evenly throughout each muffin cup. Make sure it is even and you have a smooth top. You don't want a lopsided muffin, so you want to make sure it's nice and even so it'll cook even. Once the batter is divided out and it's nice and even in the muffin cups, then place the muffin tin in your preheated oven and bake at 350 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes, or just until the muffins are golden around the edges and a tester comes out clean. For me, 20 minutes was perfect. As I always say, everyone's oven is different, so check it at the 20 minutes. If it's not golden and a tester doesn't come out clean, then pop it back in for a couple more minutes. Remember, you are looking just for these to be golden and a tester to come out clean. They will still be soft, so do not try to cook them till they're firm. While the muffins are baking, we're going to make a cinnamon sugar topping. Now, you don't have to have this on your muffins, but I personally think it makes a really yummy touch, but it's up to you whether you want this. But in a small bowl, you're going to place 1 tablespoon of brown swerve or brown sugar sweetener of your choice and 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Mix these all together until they're fully combined. Make sure they are fully combined. Brown swerve can be a little bit sticky, so if you need to, get your fingers in there and make sure that the cinnamon is fully combined with the brown swerve. Then set that aside until the muffins are done baking. Once the muffins are done baking, remove them from the oven. Now remember, they will still be soft, but they will firm up as they cool. As soon as you remove them from the oven, if you're using the cinnamon sugar topping, sprinkle on your desired amount onto each muffin. Do not remove them from the pan. Just sprinkle it over the top while they're setting in the pan. Then allow them to cool in the pan about 15 minutes or until they're firm enough to transfer them to a wire rack without them falling apart. Once they've firmed up, transfer them to a wire rack and allow them to cool completely before eating them. You do want them to cool completely because if you try to remove the wrapper while they're still warm, you run the risk of them falling apart on you because gluten-free baked goods are very fragile. As long as they have any warmth in them, they are fragile. So I wouldn't advise trying to move the wrapper off of them until they are fully cooled. Once they are fully cooled, you can eat them immediately or store them in an airtight container at room temperature for up to 3 days. Eat and enjoy. For the pumpkin spice latte, in a medium microwave-safe bowl or a large microwave-safe measuring cup, combine 1/4 cup of the milk of your choice, 2 tablespoons of pumpkin puree. Again, make sure it is pure pumpkin with nothing else added to it, and 1 tablespoon of the granulated sweetener of your choice. I'm using granulated swerve. You can use any granulated sweetener of your choice, and you can use more or less depending on how sweet you want your latte. Use a fork and stir these all together until they're fully combined and smooth. Then microwave them on high in 30-second intervals until the mixture is hot. Now you do want to make sure this is just in 30-second intervals because you want to make sure you stir it. That way you don't run the risk of boiling your milk. You do not want your milk to boil. You want it to be hot but not boiling. Mine took about 1 minute total. Everyone's microwave is different, so again, 30-second intervals, stir it, and then if it's not hot enough, pop it back in the microwave for another 20-30 seconds. Once your milk mixture is hot, in a blender, pour 1 cup of hot, strong coffee or espresso, make sure it is hot. Then pour in your hot milk pumpkin mixture. Add a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon or dry pumpkin spice, and you can adjust this depending on how much spice you want in your latte, more or less according to your taste. Add 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla or maple extract. Blend on medium for about 30 seconds or until it is foamy on top. Once it's foamy, pour it into the mug of your choice. You can top it with whipped cream if you want to, or some extra cinnamon and pumpkin spice. Or you can drizzle in some caramel syrup. That tastes really good with it. I like to use the caramels that I showed you in my last video, and I either put them inside and let them melt as I stir them in my latte, or I melt them in a separate cup and I just swirl it over the top of the latte. It's up to you if you want to do any of that. Otherwise, drink and enjoy. And that's our recipe of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you click the thumbs up like button, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment if you want to. Let me know if there's any recipes that you'd like to learn how to make, and I'll do what I can to get those out there for you. And as always, keep cooking.